Welcome back to the Deep Dive by Mudakka.
Presented by Mudakka Consulting,
That's right.
where you bring the sources and we'll bring you the insights.
So today we are diving deep into a topic that's on everybody's minds these days.
AI.
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah, but more specifically, how AI actually adds value to businesses.
Exactly.
That's not just hype.
Life.
We'll be unpacking a BCG report called Where's the Value in AI?
Okay.
To kind of get beyond the headlines and really understand the real impact AI is having.
So if you are curious about how AI is being used to impact the bottom line, this deep dive is for you.
Is for you.
And we'll start with a bit of a reality check.
Okay.
This report highlights that despite all the buzz, only 26% of companies are actually generating value from their AI investments.
Wow.
That's a pretty small number,
It's true.
considering all the hype.
Yeah, and it really underscores the point that simply dabbling in AI isn't enough.
Right.
Companies really need to achieve what we call AI maturity to unlock its true potential.
AI maturity? What does that actually mean?
So think of it as a spectrum.
Okay.
On one end, you have companies that are just experimenting with AI,
Right.
maybe automating a few basic tasks.
Yeah.
But on the other end, you have the real leaders,
Okay.
companies that have fully integrated AI into their operations and strategy.
Got it.
And the difference in results is striking.
Okay.
These AI leaders are seeing 50% higher revenue growth,
Wow.
60% higher returns to shareholders.
Okay.
They're even seeing higher employee satisfaction.
Those are some serious numbers.
They are.
So what are these AI leaders doing differently to achieve these kinds of results?
Well, the report outlines 6 key characteristics that set them apart.
Okay, let's hear it.
First off, the thinking bigger.
Okay.
They understand that AI isn't just about automating support functions like HR or IT.
Right.
It's about transforming their core business processes. We're talking operations, sales, marketing, even R&D.
So it's not just about cutting costs in the back office.
Nope.
It's about fundamentally changing how they do business on the front lines.
Exactly.
Okay.
Second, they're not afraid to be ambitious. They set bold goals for AI. Back them up with serious investment.
Okay.
Not just in the technology itself,
Right.
but also in upskilling their workforce.
So investing in people.
They know that tools are only as good as the people using them.
So it's that people and process focus we always talk about.
I know.
All right, what's number 3?
Third, they're strategic in their approach.
Okay.
They don't chase every shiny new AI gadget that comes along.
Right.
Instead, they focus on a smaller number of high-impact initiatives with a strong potential for return on investment.
Got it.
And then they really commit to scaling those successful initiatives
Okay.
across the whole organization.
So it's about quality over quantity. Fewer projects, but a bigger impact.
Yep,
That's a lesson we can all apply, even outside of AI.
absolutely. Now, here's where it gets really interesting.
All right, bring it on.
The fourth characteristic is that AI leaders are using AI for both cost reduction
Okay.
and revenue generation.
Oh.
They're not just focused on efficiency.
Right.
They're using AI to create entirely new products, services, and revenue streams.
So you can use AI to do things faster. A&D create new things.
Right.
You're going to have a serious competitive advantage.
Exactly. And this leads us to the fifth characteristic,
Yeah.
which is all about prioritizing people and processes over technology.
Okay.
This is huge.
Right.
These companies dedicate 70% of their efforts to things like change management, skills development, and rethinking workflows.
Okay.
Only 30% goes to the actual technology itself.
Again, it seems like it's not just about the tech.
Yeah.
It's about the human side of the equation. There's a theme here.
It's the key to sustainable success with AI.
Okay.
Finally, these leading companies are embracing what's known as generative AI or Gen AI. In addition to traditional AI,
Okay.
think of tools like ChatGPT
Sure.
that can create text images, even code.
Yeah.
They're using these tools to automate even more tasks, unlock new creative possibilities, and connect different systems in ways that weren't possible before.
Those are 6 powerful characteristics. But what really struck me is that these AI leaders aren't just the big tech giants.
Right?
Right? The report highlights companies in finance, software, automotive.
Yeah.
Even traditional industries are stepping up their AI game.
That's a great point.
It really shows that AI has the potential to disrupt every single industry.
Every single one.
It's not about what industry you're in.
Nope.
It's about how you approach AI.
It is.
Speaking of disruption, this report dives into where companies are finding the most value from AI.
Okay.
And some of the findings are pretty surprising.
They are.
Where's all this AI value hiding?
So the report found that a whopping 62% of the value derived from AI is coming from those core business functions we talked about earlier. Areas like operations, sales and marketing, and R&D are seeing the biggest impact.
That is surprising. I think a lot of people assume AI is mostly about automating back office tasks.
Yeah.
This seems to suggest that it's actually reshaping the front lines of business.
Yeah.
Can you give some concrete examples of how this is playing out?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Let's say you're in sales.
Okay.
AI-powered tools are now being used to recommend the next best action for salespeople,
Okay.
leading to more effective deals.
Give me an example.
Picture this. You're a salesperson trying to close a big deal.
Okay.
AI can analyze data on past customer interactions, market trends, even your own communication style to suggest the most persuasive approach.
So it's like having a superpowered sales assistant in your pocket.
Exactly.
Giving you real-time coaching and increasing your chances of success.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
It is.
What about other areas? How is AI being used in something like R&D?
In R&D, AI is being used to discover new drug compounds at an unprecedented pace.
Wow.
For example, in biopharma,
Yay.
AI is helping to identify promising drug candidates much faster than traditional methods. This means that potentially life-saving treatments could become available sooner.
Right.
Potentially saving countless lives.
Wow, that's really powerful stuff.
It is.
I'm starting to see how AI can have a truly profound impact. But what about something a little closer to home for most of us?
How about customer service?
Sure.
I'm sure we've all interacted with AI-powered chatbots at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're becoming increasingly common.
They are.
Sometimes a little too common.
Yeah.
But I do see how they can be helpful.
And they're getting more sophisticated every day.
Okay.
These chatbots can now resolve simple issues,
Right.
which frees up human agents to handle more complex problems
Got it.
and offer a more personalized touch. This not only improves efficiency,
Right.
but also allows for a more human element.
When it's really needed.
So it's all about finding that right balance between automation and the human touch.
Exactly.
So we've seen that AI value is really concentrated in those core business functions. But the report actually takes it even further, showing how this value creation looks different across various industries.
It's fascinating how AI is being tailored to the specific needs of each sector.
Can you give us some examples of that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's look at the insurance industry.
Okay.
AI is being used primarily to streamline operations, particularly in areas like claims processing and underwriting.
Right.
They're also using AI to enhance customer service through chatbots and personalized recommendations.
So in that industry, it's really about increasing efficiency and improving the customer experience.
Exactly. Got it.
Now, contrast that with the biopharma industry.
Yeah.
Here, AI is heavily used in R&D for drug discovery and in sales and marketing for more personalized patient outreach. They're using AI to analyze complex biological data, identify potential drug targets, and even tailor marketing messages to individual patients based on their medical history and needs.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's almost like AI is becoming a partner in developing and delivering healthcare solutions.
It's playing an increasingly important role, that's for sure.
Okay, so we've seen some amazing examples of AI in action. But it's important to remember that this report doesn't just highlight the successes.
Right.
It also acknowledges the challenges that companies face when it comes to implementing AI.
Yeah.
And guess what?
What?
The biggest hurdle isn't the technology itself.
You're right.
Right.
The report found that a full 70% of the challenges that companies encounter are related to people and processes.
Yeah. So tell me more about that.
Sure. We're talking about things like skills gaps. Companies struggling to find and retain employees with the right AI expertise.
Right.
Then there's resistance to change. People are naturally apprehensive about how AI might impact their jobs. And then, of course, there's the challenge of measuring the ROI of AI investments.
Yeah.
It's not always easy to quantify the value being generated.
It sounds like that human element is front and center once again. It's not enough to just have the technology.
Nope.
You need the right people, the right culture, and the right processes to really make it work.
Couldn't agree more. Implementing AI is a complex undertaking
Yeah.
that requires a really holistic approach.
So what does all of this mean for our listeners?
Well,
What are the key takeaways from this deep dive so far?
I think the biggest takeaway is that AI is already creating significant value across industries,
Okay.
and companies need to act now to keep up.
It's not a question of how AI will transform business. It's a question of when.
Exactly.
And the companies that embrace AI strategically will be the ones that thrive in the future.
For sure.
But how do they actually do that? What's the AI playbook for success?
Well, the report offers some great guidance on that.
Okay.
It emphasizes the importance of strong leadership commitment.
Right.
You need leaders who understand the potential of AI and are willing to invest the resources required to make it happen.
Okay.
It also highlights the need for a balanced portfolio
Okay.
of AI initiatives.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Experiment. Learn from mistakes.
Yes,
And scale the initiatives that show promise.
exactly. Start small, but think big.
I like it.
Exactly. And remember, it's not just about the technology.
Right.
You also need to invest in people and process capabilities
Okay.
alongside technology.
So training your employees.
Yes.
Rethinking your workflows.
Yeah.
And creating a culture that embraces innovation and change.
Mm-hmm. It's all part of it.
This all sounds like a major undertaking, but also incredibly exciting.
It is. AI has the potential to revolutionize how we work, how we live, and how we solve some of the world's biggest challenges.
And that brings us to our final thought for this part of our deep dive.
Okay.
I want to leave our listeners with a question, something to ponder based on everything we've discussed.
Hit me with it.
If AI is going to transform so many jobs, what skills should WE be developing today to thrive in this future?
That's the million-dollar question.
What skills do we need to not just survive, but thrive
Right.
in an AI-driven world?
It's something we all need to be thinking about, and we'll delve into that question in more detail after a short break.
Sounds good.
All right. It really is. The world of work is changing so rapidly, and the skills that are in high demand today might be obsolete tomorrow.
Right.
So it's crucial to be proactive.
I think our listeners are probably wondering, what specific skills should they focus on?
Yeah,
It can feel overwhelming
it can.
with so much changing around us.
Based on the latest trends in the AI world,
Okay.
there are a few key areas to consider.
Okay.
First and foremost, data literacy
Okay.
is becoming absolutely essential.
Data literacy.
No matter what your job is,
Okay.
understanding how to work with data, how to interpret it, and how to extract insights from it will be incredibly valuable.
That makes sense. Data is the fuel that powers AI.
Exactly.
So it stands to reason that knowing how to work with it is becoming so crucial.
Exactly. Another critical skill is problem solving.
Okay.
AI can automate many tasks,
Right.
but it can't replace the human ability to think critically,
Right.
analyze complex situations, and come up with creative solutions.
So it's not just about identifying problems AI can solve,
Right.
but also being able to tackle the ones that it can't. We still need that uniquely human element.
Precisely. And then, of course,
Yeah,
strong communication skills will always be in high demand.
of course.
Being able to clearly articulate your ideas, collaborate effectively with others, and even communicate with AI systems is going to be crucial in the future.
I think that's something people often overlook when they think about AI.
Yeah.
They tend to focus on the technical skills. But communication and collaboration are just as vital.
Absolutely. And here's another skill to add to the list.
Okay.
Adaptability.
Seems to be the name of the game these days, doesn't it?
It is.
Being able to adapt to new technologies and ways of working.
It's more important than ever. The pace of change is only accelerating.
Right.
So being able to learn new things, quickly embrace new technologies, and adjust to new ways of working will be a major advantage in an AI-powered world.
So it sounds like we all need to become lifelong learners.
That's a great way to put it. The future belongs to those who are curious, adaptable, and always willing to evolve.
Well said. And if any of our listeners are feeling a bit overwhelmed by this
Yeah.
or unsure of where to start, remember, Mudakka Consulting is here to help.
Absolutely. We can work with you to develop a personalized AI strategy,
Right.
upskill your workforce, and navigate the challenges of AI implementation.
You can reach us at hello@mudakka.com. Now, before we wrap up this episode, I wanted to circle back to something that really stood out to me in this DCG report.
Oh, okay. I'm all ears. What caught your attention?
It was the repeated emphasis on the human element.
Yeah.
Even when talking about something as technical as AI,
Yeah.
the report constantly highlights the importance of people and processes.
Right.
And it stresses that the majority of challenges in implementing AI are not technological.
It's a crucial point. technology is a tool.
Hmm?
And like any tool, it's only as good as the person using it.
AI can do amazing things,
It can.
but it can't think for us. It can't feel for us.
Right.
And it can't make ethical decisions for us.
That's where the human element comes in.
Right.
We need to be the ones guiding AI, shaping its development, and ensuring that it's used for good.
So it's empowering to remember that AI isn't something to be feared.
Right.
It's something we can embrace, but with careful consideration and a focus on human values.
I couldn't agree more. We need to be asking ourselves not just what AI can do, but what it should do.
And how we can ensure it aligns with our goals, our ethics, and our vision for a better future.
Beautifully put. It's a conversation we all need to be having.
Yeah.
And it's one we're committed to continuing here on the Deep Dive.
Okay.
But for now, let's recap the key takeaways from this episode.
Okay.
We started by discussing how, despite the buzz, only a small percentage of companies are truly leveraging the power of AI.
Right. And we dove into those 6 characteristics that set AI leaders apart. Things like being ambitious, focusing on people and processes, and embracing generative AI.
Right.
We then explored some specific examples of how AI is creating value in core business functions across various industries, from sales and marketing to R&D and customer service. AI is changing the game.
It is.
But as we discussed, the human factor is absolutely essential
Yes.
to successful AI implementation. Those skills we talked about, data literacy, problem solving, communication, adaptability,
Yeah.
these are going to be more crucial than ever.
And as we wrap up this episode, I think the most important takeaway is this. AI is not a replacement for humans. It's a powerful tool that can help us achieve more than we ever could alone. But it's up to us to guide it, shape it, and ensure it's used to create a better future for everyone.
Beautifully said. Now, before we sign off, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought-provoking question.
I love where this is going. Let's hear it.
Okay, so we've talked about the skills we need to thrive in an AI-driven world, but what about the potential downsides? What are some of the ethical considerations we need to be mindful of as AI becomes more powerful and pervasive?
That is a great question. It's crucial to be having these conversations, and that's exactly what we're going to unpack in our next episode of the Deep Dive.
So join us next time as we explore the ethical considerations of AI and delve into the potential challenges and opportunities that lie ahead.
Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.
That's a question we could spend hours unpacking, and we just might in a future episode.
Yeah.
But for now, I think it's a good point to let our listeners ponder that.
I agree. It's a conversation that deserves careful consideration.
Right.
But before we wrap up completely,
Yeah.
I wanted to circle back to something that keeps coming back to me from this report.
Okay, what's top of mind for you?
Even though we're talking about, AI automation algorithms,
Right.
the human factor is absolutely central to success.
Okay.
This report really hammered that home for me.
In what way?
70% of the challenges companies face with AI aren't about the tech itself,
Right.
but about the people and the processes around it.
Yeah, it really challenges that narrative we often hear about AI coming to replace human workers.
It does. The reality is that AI isn't a replacement for us.
Right.
It's a tool that can help us achieve more than we could on our own.
So humans and AI working together,
Exactly.
each bringing their unique strengths to the table.
Exactly. Humans have creativity, critical thinking, empathy, ethical judgment.
Yep.
AI brings speed, scale,
Hmm.
the ability to analyze huge amounts of data.
It's a powerful combination when implemented effectively.
Yes.
But it requires a shift in mindset,
It does.
both for individuals and for organizations.
You're absolutely right. Individuals need to embrace lifelong learning, adapt to new ways of working, and figure out how to collaborate effectively with AI systems.
Okay, so what about organizations?
They need to invest in training their workforce,
Okay.
creating a culture that welcomes innovation and redesigning processes to integrate AI seamlessly.
It's a big change, no doubt.
It is.
It requires commitment, vision, a willingness to really challenge the status quo. But as we've seen, the payoff can be huge.
It can.
AI leaders aren't just seeing financial gains, they're also seeing higher employee satisfaction.
It's not just about making more money, it's about creating a better future for everyone.
I like that AI has the potential to solve some of the world's most pressing problems,
Yeah.
like climate change, healthcare challenges,
Mhm.
even improving education.
Absolutely. But it's up to us
Right.
to guide its development and make sure it's used for good.
That's a great point to emphasize, I think, for our listeners. As we enter this new era of AI,
Yeah.
we need to remember that we're not just passengers.
Right.
We're the drivers.
We need to steer AI
Yeah.
towards a future that benefits all of humanity.
And on that note, if anyone listening wants help navigating this complex landscape, you know where to find us.
You do.
Mudakka Consulting is here to guide you on your AI journey.
You can reach out to us at hello@mudakka.com.
Perfect.
We're excited to be part of this journey with you.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of AI.
It's been a pleasure.
It's a rapidly evolving field, and we'll be back with more insights and analysis in future episodes.